Vedi Sangavadakramopanishadai Gayandiyam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam cha parantapa Karmani pravibhaktani Svabhava prabhavai gunaihi Shamodamastapas shaucham Kshantirarjamavevache Jnanam vijnanamastikyam Brahma karma svabhajam Samodamastapas saucham Kshantirarjamavevache Jnanam vijnanamastikyam Brahma karma svabhajam. So I hope you thought over these ideas that I shared in the morning. That beautiful verse on the number 40 where he says, there is no such, natat sattvam asti, there is no such thing existing in this universe, whether in this world or in the heavens, among the human beings or among the heavenly denizens, who can ever remain untouched by the gunas, all the three gunas. That is because we see that every individual has got all the possibilities in him. Please understand, if you brand people as sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, we make a huge mistake. Because all the possibilities are there in all the people. Somebody may be dominantly sattvic, dominantly rajasic, or dominantly tamasic. But sattva, raja, tama, these three gunas shall be there in all the human beings. Nobody can escape, nothing can escape. And depending on the guna, the karmas will also come into manifestation. So because of this guna vibhaga, there is a karma vibhaga. Because of this apparent division of the gunas, there is also karma vibhaga, different types of action. And depending on the guna and karma, you are known as a brahmana, or a vaishya, or a kshatriya, or a shudra, but never by birth. Are you getting that point? The biggest flaw in the system today is we have divided people according to the birth. First understand, even today what we see in the society is a karma vibhaga. What we see in the society is a karma vibhaga. Because karma is visible, actions are visible. Guna vibhaga we don't know, because guna is not visible. Are you getting that point, please? You see karma vibhaga. So, brahmana means, listen carefully, you will see that brahmana, vaishya, kshatriya, sudra. Just take simple example where he says brahmana means one is shama, dama, tapas, saucham, kshanti, arjavam, jnanam, vijnanam, astikyam. The person who is with totally at rest with himself, aware of himself, strength, straightforwardness, forgiving quality, jnanam vijnanam, absolute knowledge at his disposal. Such a person we shall call as the Brahmana. Understand? Brahma karma svabhavajam, it comes naturally to him. Whereas one who is Kshatriya, Saurya, Teja, Dhruti, Daksha, it will all come. And who is a Kshatriya? Who has the strength, generalized. Shuddhevi Apalayana never ever shows his back in the battle. Absolutely strong, faces everything, charitable, Ishvara Bhavasya, consider himself a sovereign. That type of idea who has got, we call him as a Kshatriya. Krushi Goraksha Vanijya Vaishya Karma Samudbhava Svabhavajam. Vaishya means Krushi Goraksha Vanijya. Does the Krushi, agriculture, cow, and Vanijya, business of different kinds, we call him as the Vaishya. Paricharyatmaka karma sudrasyavi svabhavajam. Some people are comfortable doing paricharyatmaka karma, meaning small little actions, very whatever physical action, there is nothing, no intellectual development, no emotional subtlety, but very comfortable with doing physical activities, only physical activity. They are comfortable doing that type of. That person is known as a Sudra. Now, what has happened today? Instead of seeing people that if you are doing these karmas, if you are wise person, if you are self-powerful, forgiving, straightforward, full of knowledge, you are a Brahmana. What we have done today is, you are born to a Brahman family, and how can you do cultivation? Don't say, how can he do cultivation? If he is doing a cultivation, he is a Vaishya. Are you getting that point, please? So you don't call people, understand, you can't call somebody a Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra, then say, you are a Brahmana and you better do this. No. What you are doing, according to that you shall be classified. Are you getting that point, please? You can't say, you come here, you look like an engineer, you do engineering job. Anybody looking like engineer? Huh? Just think of it. You look like a postman, you be a postman. Is there anybody looking like a postman? You look like a homeopath, you be a homeopath. What are you talking? Just think of it. See the mistake. You don't call people and say, you look like a lawyer, be a lawyer. There is no such thing. Person who knows the law is a lawyer. Knows engineering, engineer. These are the professions. Same thing, if you say, doing puja, worship is a profession, listen carefully. Then, do not condemn the person to the profession. Like a driver knows you driving, the driver is not a caste. Those who know engineering, engineering is not a caste. If you know medicine, medicine is not a caste. Doctor is not a caste. If this is so, then how come washerman is a caste? Weaver is a caste? Gardener is a caste? Priest is a caste? Are you getting that point, Pete? How can they be? Anybody can just do anything. And the same person also can do everything. Are you getting that point, please? But what has happened is, what all professions were available those days, they have gone into Jati Vibhaga. You know, they have gone into the caste system. Like a man who is catching a rat is a caste, weaving a cloth is a caste, pot making is a caste. We don't see driver as a caste, where driver didn't exist. Engineers as a caste, which engineers didn't exist. We don't see politician as a caste, where the politicians did not exist. There was only a king. We don't see doctors as a caste, where the doctors did not exist. In a sense, the professionals didn't exist. We don't see lawyers as a caste. artist, painter, musicians. None of these things is a caste. Sometimes you can also see some people are musician family, this family and all that stuff. But none of this is a caste. But today what you see, this caste division, that you are a fisherman, that is a caste. You understand the mistake, the flaw in that. He is a person. Everybody born casteless. Are you getting that? Born casteless. Jati, niti, kula, gotra, duragam. There is no jati, no niti, no kula, no gotra. You are an individual. A child is born. A human child is born. No human child is born branded, either secularly or religiously. There is no religious branding of a child. There is a Om, a moon and the star, a cross, a wheel, fire. No child is branded with a religious symbol. Neither. A child is branded with a professional marking. This fellow is a artist. Why? He is born with a brush mark on his back. Huh? This fellow is a cultivator because there is a plough on his back. This person is a painter because he has the, some colors. Or this person is a carpenter because he has got the hammer and the chisel. What is this? No child is born branded, either in a secular way or in a religious way. A child is born. Depending on what he does, he shall be who he is. Depending on what he does. But what happens is, before even he does something, you understand, an innocent child is already condemned to a caste division. Are you getting that? An innocent child is already condemned to a caste division, untouchable. As a child, he is barred from getting in. How can the child be the victim of a system? Understand? Just think of it. Everybody by birth is, which you saw in the morning, Shudra, Janmana Shudra. By birth you are samskara varjitam. Shudra means samskara varjitam. There is no samskar, no good impressions in life. Whatever you have come with, whatever you have come yourself with from your past lives, that is your samskar. But you don't know language to speak, which way to eat, what way to dress, which one to pray or not to pray, worship or not to worship, how to respect or not to respect. None of these things no child knows. That is why you can train every children in every possible way, right or wrong? A child is like a clay, like a fresh clay. You can take the clay and shape it to any shape you like. There is no Muslim child, Hindu child, no Christian child, no believer child, no non-believer child. A child. We give our belief and disbelief. We give our pain and pleasures. We impose our impressions on the child, our ways of behaving, believing, thinking, acting. We put it on the child. Understand? So no person is born with a caste mark. Nobody. Nobody must be condemned to that way. By Janma, Shudra. Then, Upanayanat Dvisha. Why do we do Upanayana? As I told you on that day, the person must go to Gurukula. You want to study. So who should study? Every child should study. Okay. How did it happen that some children become Upanayana, Dvija, second birth. He Upanayana, he becomes second birth, he put up his thread. Think how it must have happened. Just like today, in our society, we see, suppose there is a father who is very uneducated. Uneducated. He's a farmer. Let's say he's a farmer, uneducated, agriculturist. But he understood the importance of going to school, going to college. So he sent his children to school and college. The children studied. Suppose he has got 4 children. All the 4 children, if they go to study, he cannot do the agriculture work. So one child is sent to the school. Other 2 maybe, other 2, 3 could not go there. The one who goes to the school, what he does? He studies. Maybe he studies nicely and he does his master's, graduates and master's degrees and all that, get into competitive exams and become a bureaucrat. The other 3 brothers, one become agriculturist, one maybe got into some little business, leather merchant, leather business, person maybe become a singer. Now what will happen? They are children of same father, but they have gone into 4 different business. One is the farmer, the other is a bureaucrat, the other is a businessman, another is a singer. Now the bureaucrat's son will never go back to the farming anymore. Why? Because he understands the power of education, the power of position, the power of money. So he became a bureaucrat. He will try his children to be like that. Somebody singing, so his child may be influenced by singing. So he became a singer. Somebody business, so that child became business. So one person, one father, but 4 people went into 4 different ways. 4 different ways. Okay? Just think of it. Just like today you can see. Please see the difficulty in the defect and difficulty in the so-called prevailing caste system. So stupid. We call 4th people. What are the functions today we do? Brahmana means one who does the puja, rituals, puja, that type of thing we say Brahmana. And the Vaishya Kshatriya is one who does the, like a military people or soldiers or people who are politicians, those are protecting the country or ruling, like that. That is the present class divisions. Vaishya is business people. Sudra is those who are doing menial work and all that. Okay, now what happens? What we have done, please see how unfortunate. So, to be a priest, you must be a Brahmana. Listen carefully how dangerous it is. That is why you can see, but every priest's son doesn't want to be a priest. Right or wrong? Neither the priest wants his son to be a priest, because now the priest knows if my son becomes an engineer or a doctor, he will get more money. Joins politics, he will have more money. So the priest doesn't want his child to be priest. And suppose the priest is a vegetarian, but his son wants to be non-vegetarian. The priest doesn't want to drink, but his son wants to drink. There is plenty of money there at his disposal. As a Brahmana class. Now, so what happens? The priest's son doesn't want to be a priest, nor the priest wants the son to be a priest. So he has allowed them to, or they have moved into Kshatriya's business, Vaishya's business, Sudra's business. There can be a so-called person who calls himself a Brahmana, but he can be a bureaucrat, a politician, he can be a cultivator, he can be just manual work also, sometimes doing it. See, the Brahmana has gone into the job of Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. But Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra cannot be a priest. You see the difficulty? A Brahmana can be, see the defect of the class system. The one who considers himself a Brahmana can be a Kshatriya. He can go out and do the job of a Kshatriya, can do the job of a Vaishya, can do the job of a Shudra. But a Shudra cannot be a priest. A Vaishya cannot be a priest. And what is that? A Kshatriya cannot be a priest. It's like telling, I can come to your house for food, but you can't come to my house. What is this? So just like anybody can be a military person or a police person or a politician, anybody can do business, whether you are a Brahmana or a Vaishya or a Kshatriya, Sudra or anybody, you can do business. You can open a shop, you can do Krushi, Goraksha, Vanijya. You can cultivate, you can have a farmhouse, you can look after the cows, you can do any type of trade and commerce, no problem. If anybody can do these things, same way, anybody can be a priest who is interested in doing the puja. One who knows the puja ursh. Are you getting that point? You cannot restrict this to a caste. That is the flaw. Are you getting that point? That is the flaw. Because there is no caste existing. Nowhere in the Upanishad you talk about a caste. You cannot put the cart before the horse. You cannot say engineer knows engineering. One who knows engineering is engineer. You cannot say a lawyer knows law. One who knows the law is a lawyer. You cannot say a Brahmana must be a priest. One who knows the job of a priest is a Brahmana. You cannot say only Kshatriyas must be politicians or soldiers or the army people or police people. No, those who do that job, they are Kshatriyas. You cannot say only son of a merchant will be a merchant. No, anybody who does the business is a Vaishya. Don't say only the Sudra's son should carry the load on his head. Anybody carries the load on his head also is a Sudra. It's as much a business, as much a profession like anybody else's, depending on the mental evolution or the guna of the person, what you like. Thus you can see, are you getting that point, please? Unfortunately today, the system that is available, the moment you say Brahmana, the moment you say Vaishya or a Kshatriya or a Sudra, oh, it has gone into the psyche of the people. So much, so deep into that you consider yourself superior because of you are a Vaishya or a Kshatriya or a Brahmana, or you feel yourself inferior because somebody has told you it is Sudra. What you today told us is Dalita. Dalita means one who is downtrodden. Dalita, downtrodden. And of course, in everywhere, the politics and everywhere, everybody in India playing the caste card so dangerously. It's like if there is a minister or a politician or a bureaucrat is caught, you shall, by doing some mistake, immediately you say, you shall play the caste card. Because he is a Dalit, he is victimized. Because he is a Brahmana, he is a victim, he is put up. You go on giving these type of interpretations all the time. You are playing a caste card. As a result, what is happening is, life is vitiated. Problems have come up in life. Understand? Everybody, everywhere. Understand? So, if you look at the system of education now, especially in India, the reservation is according to what? Caste system. Scheduled caste. Scheduled caste people means you have got 30%, 40% reservation. So then what happens? Now instead of struggling to become better student, the parents are struggling to prove that how downtrodden they are. So you want to be included in the scheduled caste or the scheduled tribe. Yes, the privileges at this moment must be given to somebody who was there for a long time, downtrodden. But among those downtrodden, now there are people who are far more superior to so-called Vaishyas and Kshatriyas and Brahmanas. But still, they are the downtrodden. You see the poison that the system is. So instead of growing up, educating yourself and growing up mentally to compete with everybody, now you are competing with each other to say how I am lower than the lowest, dasasya dasasya dasoham, like Dvaita, philosophy. I am the servant of the servant of the servant, therefore I must get the privilege. So where is the intellectual growth? Understand the defect in that. So now every caste demands reservation. So now there is no competition. So now just reserve this caste, this much, this caste, this much. You understand, India will go down the drain. In the top engineering schools and colleges, in top management colleges, in top professions. Suppose you want to put, who shall be the next, for the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, who shall be the next thing? Quota. There has to be a person who belongs to a particular caste. But is he capable? Doesn't matter. So far, so many people have been heading the thing. Now this caste must head it. What is this? You must be operated by this one. Why? He is the chief of the neurosurgery, so you must be operated by. But does he know anything? Just think of it. Just imagine where we are going. It's all because literally a poisonous, destructive hangover of the past. The caste system as it is available today is pure poison. Understand? Human beings. And in each person, all qualities are inherent. That should be the approach. Don't condemn a person. This is the Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. You shall see now how it is. Because according to this Prabhava, Svabhava, Prabhavi Gunai. What is the Svabhava, Prabhava Guna? That guna, that which is the gunas which induces a Svabhava, an action, a nature in you. When your mind is Sattva Pradhana, you shall be a different person. When your mind is Rajasic, it will be a different person. Tamas, it will be a different person. The Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, understand this defect in the difficulty for people to understand, grasp it, because what is this guna we are talking about? Which is invisible. Okay, moods you can understand, no? For the present day person, if you say guna, maybe he doesn't understand. Oh, these are all Sattva, Rajas, Tama, Guna. What is this? Okay, you take into three different moods of the people. Your mood fluctuation, your mood variation. In English language, if you can take today, people will like to take it. The mood variation, the mood fluctuation. When you are in a Sattvic mood, you are different. When in a Rajasic mood, you are in a different. In a Tamasic mood, you are different. Like in a happy disposition, sometimes a miserable disposition, sometimes deluded disposition. Imagine yourself. When you are in a happy mood, how do you behave? Think. By mistake you are in a happy mood. How do you behave? Somehow you are smiling, laughing, very happy mood. How will you behave? Everything is fine. Everything is okay. You are in a happy mood. Everything is okay. How is the food? Excellent. How is the weather? It just doesn't matter. How is the house? Super. How are the people? Friendly. You are in a happy mood. Now suppose you are in a disgruntled mood, unhappy mood, really miserable mood. How is the weather? Don't talk about it. How is that person? Crook. How is the food? Garbage. Unhappy mood. Rajasic. If you are a tamasic mood, imagine a tamas, total sleepy. How is anything? I don't know. Why? You are in a sleepy mood. You don't understand anything. Nothing registers. Good, bad, right, wrong. No. Only food time. Hungry. Eat. Bas. Mood. This mood fluctuation exists or not? It does. Okay? Now, we shall see. See. Are you getting that, please? So, according to your Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Guna, these are the expressions you shall see. Look at these, then you can find out what mood or what guna you enjoy. Okay? Sattva. Let us go to Sattva. What is Sattva guna? Shama, Dama, Tapa, Saucham, Kshanti, Arjama Vevacha, Jnana Vijnana Astikyam, Brahma Karma Svabhavajam. This is natural to a person with a sattvic disposition. When you are sattva pradhana, your mind is at rest, totally conscious, you are shama pradhana. Shama pradhana is manasa samauchyate, we have seen. Your mind is at its total brilliant rest. Very restful but very brilliant. Understand? There is a picture, contemplation, I mean a competition, photography competition. Somebody sent me an email today, I saw that. The picture of peace, P-A-C-E, picture of peace, Shanti. How? Just send a picture. Send a picture which will highlight the peacefulness. So the two pictures were chosen. From the hundreds of pictures came, two pictures shortlisted. One was beautiful calm lake, clean reflection of mountains, clean reflection of blue sky, lovely trees, everything undisturbed. Looking at it, wow. Another picture is rugged mountain, heavy water flow, big water flow, and a tremendous activity going on. But majestic sight. They started looking. First, immediately that catches the eyes is calm lake, beautiful reflection, lovely sky, nice trees. But the second was chosen because when they observe more clearly and the more depth, they discovered the rugged mountain, huge foaming waterfall, river also is flowing down, everything of the speed and movement. But right in that edge of the rugged mountain, there is a bird's nest. In that bird's nest, there are two babies. And the mummy is sitting down there, right near the waterfall. That photograph only is why. Peace is not when everything is peaceful. Peace is when everything is unmoved. Contrast is so fantastic. Because there is a bird sitting down there so peacefully. Even though there is water everywhere. How peaceful you are? When everything is going on, karmani akarmaya pasyat. Akarmani cha karmaya. Sabuddhiman manusyesu. With tremendous activity, but totally restful. Samapradhana. Dama. Sense organs of action in their own place. Tapas. Already you have seen that. Vak tapas. How many different? Vak, Sharira, Mana. Three tapas always seen that. Anudvegakaram vakyam, hitam jayad, priyam hitam jayad, speaks which doesn't create anxiety. Are you getting that point? Like that, you have seen tapas. That is shaucham, very cleanly, very clean. Bhaya antara shaucha. And then kshanti, kshama, very forgiving. Arjavam, rujju bhavam, straightforward. Person honest. Jnanam, vijnanam, astikam. Jnanam, vijnanam. Knowledge of himself, knowledge of the world. Astikyam, asti iti buddhi. Truth is. Everything is. God is, or the truth is, whatever. And then I am. That's what I am the truth. Iti Brahma karma. This is the Brahmana. Okay? Now, if these dispositions are there, that time you are a Brahmana. But you are already calling somebody a Brahmana. Are you getting that? You are already calling somebody a Brahmana. Then you say, you are a Brahmana. How can you get angry? You are a Brahmana. How can you drink? You are a Brahmana. How can you be so restless? If he is like that, he is not a Brahmana. So what is this? Already, are you getting that? You don't call people, you come, you look like an engineer, be an engineer. It's not like that. Do you have that disposition? Brahma karma svabhajam. Understand? Okay? Sometimes you may be of this disposition, very calm and all that, forgiving, straightforward, honest. In your life, in the whole throughout the day, suppose one moment you are honest. What did you eat today? Nothing. You don't want to boast, I ate so many things. Nothing. Oh, if I say nothing, they will think I'm a poor person, So you go on giving a name of a feast, which you didn't have. No. What is that family you come from? Very ordinary. My father or my mother, they were just earning wage earners, working in the field or working in a small government department. Absolutely honest. That time you are a Brahmana. Understand? We'll see more. Okay, now go into Kshatriya. What is the Kshatriya disposition? Read. Shauryam tejo dhrutir dakshyam yuddhe chapya palayanam danam ishvara bhavasya kshatriya karma svabhajam shauryam tejo dhrutir dakshyam yuddhe chapya palayanam danam ishvara bhavasya kshatriya karma svabhajam. So now, who is a Kshatriya? Now there's a Kshatriya. So you don't again classify people that he is a Kshatriya, no. Those who do this type of, enjoy this disposition, those people are Kshatriya. What disposition you should enjoy? Shauryam. Shauryam means what? Surasya bhava. Virasya bhava. You are a very strong person. Shura. Very strong person. Physically, mentally, very strong person. Teja, Tejaha, Pragalvyam, where you are a brilliant person. Brilliant person. You do not surrender to anything that is unjust. Brilliance. dhruti, dharanam sarvavasthasu, dharya, patience, enormous patience at your disposal. And tasmat anavasado bhavati, at no time you feel discouraged, depressed. At that time when you don't feel discouraged, depressed, absolutely strong, and do not surrender to unjust thing. If you are doing that, you are a Kshatriya. Yuddhe chapi apalayanam. If there is a right battle for the right cause, apalayanam, you do not run away from the battle. You stand for your right, you get it. Yuddhe apalayanam. Understand? You stand for your right, which is justifiably yours, not unjustified right. I want his property. Is it yours? Not, but I want it. That is Rakshas. That is not Kshatriya. That is why Ravana, what shall you call him? What shall you call him? Shall you call him a Brahmana because he is son of Vishrava? You call him Rakshas. See? Nobody calls a Ravana as a Brahmana. They call Ravana as a Rakshas. Why? He may be son of a Rishi, but he was a Rakshas. That's a beautiful thing. Dasharatha was a Kshatriya, but his son is known as the God. He was so godly. Forget if you don't accept him as a avatar, incarnation. Forget it. His father was a Kshatriya, winning over the world and ruling and all that. But what about his son? Forgive me. Even when Ravana, he could have killed on the first day. Ravana didn't have the weapon. In Tamil week, said, Indri poinaliva. Today go and come tomorrow. Go back today. Why? How can I kill somebody who doesn't have a weapon? You think Ravana would have left him like that? So by chance he would have made Rama, all his weapons dropped. He would have left him? Kill! That is the time to kill. That is Kshatriya. Rama didn't do it. Understand? Please see the disposition. Vidhepi apalayanam, dhanam, charitable disposition. Like a king. Whatever I have, you give it. So should he be a multi-millionaire for that? Give, are you getting a charity does not mean I should have 5 million or 100 million to give. No. I have got 5 paisa, no? 1 paisa somebody. That fellow is Dani. Usually people who, suppose somebody gives you 100,000 rupees or 200,000 rupees or 2 million, what shall you say? Oh, big charitable. Yeah, but how much million, how many millions he has got at his disposal? 1,000 millions in the bank. He gives you, let us say 2 million. What is the percentage? 0.2. 0.2. Okay, a person earns 10,000 rupees per month and he gives you 500 rupees. How much he gave you? 5%. 5%. So who is the more charitable? The person who gave you 2 million or the person who gave you 5 rupees? 500 rupees. If you, dana means sacrifice, the person who sacrificed more is more charitable. But then that, where is that consideration? It happened one day, there was a person in some country. He said, Swamiji, when you come, when you are planning to come, everybody comes to me, give me this, give me that. I help them, but when you are here, nobody tells me that you are here. I said, okay, but did you ever try to find out? I asked the people. He said, Swamiji, he never finds out whether he gives the money and forgets it. Only when he sees you, he remembers you. And he says, oh, I didn't see you. I got the information correct. Then next time when I saw him, he said, again the same refrain. I do so much, but nobody cares. I say, look, why do you think you do so much? You are a multimillionaire. You have given $1,000, which is 0.00001 of your income. This fellow works in a postal department and he gives $100, which is 1% of his whole income. If you think sacrifice is charity, who is really charitable, you or he? Whom should I respect? Him or you? The person understood and he was in tears. He said, thank you, Swami, that's really right. I have been stupid. But people will be afraid to point it out. Why? Rich man, if you tell him, he will be angry, he won't give you anymore. Let him not give. Let him have his money with him. You don't have to worry about it. If your faith is in God, in yourself, you don't have to dismiss them. But when the person unnecessarily imposes, what can you do? Very gently point out the mistake. Bas. Gently. So that he can take it. Understand? Charity, charitable disposition. Then Ishvara Bhavasya, Ishvara Bhava, leadership. I am the most powerful person. That is natural Kshatriya, Rajasic. So one who has this type of disposition, you can call him as the Kshatriya and works for others. Rajak Sapradhana, Sattva Upasarjana, life sacrificed for others. Okay, now go into next one. Krushi Gorakshya Vanijyam Vaishya Karma Svabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Sudrasyapi Svabhavajam Krishi Gorakshya Vanijyam Vaishya Karma Svabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Sudrasyapi Svabhavajam. Now see, what is Vaishya Karma? Vaishya Karma Svabhavajam. There is some people who have got a natural disposition towards what? Krishi. They love Krishi, agriculture. Gorakshya, such activities. Tending the cow, keeping the cow, or Vanijyam, trade and commerce of different kinds. Whether you are selling a cucumber or a multinational company, you are a Vaishya. Why? Very active for your sake. Don't say the person who is opening a hotel, he is doing it for charity. He is opening a hotel, people can come and eat, so that, oh, I am feeding every day. What is the feeding? Are you feeding free or what? You are feeding or taking money? I am providing house for everybody. Whenever thousands of people come, I provide rooms. Are you renting or free? Renting. Vaishya. Understand? When people are thirsty, I give liquor. Oh. People are thirsty, so I provide liquors. Oh. Only for their sake, right? If people are thirsty, what should you give? Water. Not poison. Let them eat. Like entertainment industry people, is cinema people, entertainment industry. Our job is to entertain people. Oh. You don't know. Your ego is, massive ego is entertained in the process. Why? Everybody says, oh, such a nice person. No, nice. So you are recognized wherever you go. So that time, even your humility also pretension. Because if you say, oh, I am known by so many people, everybody will hate you. So play a very humble. Then do something when you are alone. Understand? Think of it. So that is also Vanijya, Krushi, Goraksha. So anybody who does this type of activity. Now, if you enjoy, listen carefully, if you if you are doing something good for others' sake, but in reality you are trying to gain something out of it, are you a Kshatriya or a Vaishya? Or a Vaishya. You are behaving very calm, quiet, forgiving. Why? So that you can gain something. Are you a Brahmana or a Vaishya? Even your goodness is up for sale. A receptionist, PRO, public relation officers in a company, receptionist, they are in that position where their goodness is up for sale. Sadhus, very nice, Hari Om, please come, Namaskar, Shiva Shiva, Bhanga, please sit down, anything you want, take it, what is the donation? Understand? Please see. Business, Vaishya karma, because your goodness also is up for sale. That is why in today's generation, you have only two varieties, Vaishya and Shudra. Paricharyatmakam karma Sudrasya Vishabhavajam. And a person is a Shudra, Paricharyatmakam karmam. Paricharyatmaka karma means what? Susrusha Shabhavam karma. Susrusha Shabhavam means the person enjoys being the driver to the governor, but he will never be a governor. He enjoys being near to be the corridors of power, but he himself will not be a powerful person. The person enjoys being a cook to somebody, being a cook to the Prime Minister, or he enjoys being associated with somebody, a gardener. But that is not, don't say, understand, that type of work, please understand clearly, that work by itself is not Sudra karma. The attitude makes that karma as Sudra karma. Are you getting that? Because, so Brahmanas doesn't mean that no Brahmana should do the paricharyat, no Brahmana should do gardening, no Brahmana should do cooking, no Brahmana should do, no Kshatriya should do Krishi, Goraksha, Vanija. No. If your disposition is correct, you are a Brahmana disposition, whatever you do, it will be beautiful action. Kshatriya disposition, whatever you do, it will be beautiful. If you are a Vaishya disposition or a Sudra disposition, even if you are doing Brahmana's karma or Kshatriya's karma, you are stupid. Because you shall sell your good disposition. You will sell your strength. You will sell your brilliance. Understand? So, these are the Chaturveda karma. Now, you cannot say, listen, so don't say this fellow is a Vaishya because he is selling the things or cultivating. No, those who are doing it, they are Vaishya. Don't say Vaishyas do it. So, to a child, if you say, this is your family, your father was a, donkey, so you must be a donkey. What? Your father was a liar, so you must be a liar. Your father was a politician, so you must be a politician. Your father is a chartered accountant, you must be a chartered accountant. What is this? Each one according to disposition. If son of a doctor is not a doctor, if son of a chartered accountant is not a chartered accountant, if the son of a painter is not a painter, then how can the son of a washerman must be a son of be a washerman? Son of a barber is a barber. It's a barbaric approach. You understand? It's nonsense. See the caste. That is why when you go to village, with this type of understanding, your heart bleeds. Because you see people located according to their caste. Until that changes, India shall not change. The whole misunderstanding of this scripture is so conspicuous. The scripture, the Vedic tradition which talks about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That is why you feel such conflicting, you have such conflicting, contradictory ideas. Why? Because one place you shall say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole Vasudha, the entire earth is one family. then how come you are divided? So when somebody quotes this, Ishavashyam idam sarvam, see the greatness of the Upanishadic tradition, we say Ishavasya sarvam, Ishavashyam idam sarvam, the whole thing is nothing but Ishvara. Naturally a person who is in, know of things, who is little well informed about the scriptures, he shall say, if it is so, then how come in your society, in Hindu society, there is untouchability? Now the person doesn't know what to say. If you say God is everywhere, then how come the fellow cannot get into the temple? That is why also there is a huge responsibility. Before you say, that the other person coming and converting Hindus, ask ourselves a question, should we not fix our own house? In our own house there are 4 brothers. Suppose 3 brothers gang up against one, he says, you are untouchable, you can't come to my house, you can't come to our house, you cannot eat with us, you cannot sit down with us. Now that brother, where will you go? Whoever promises him, you come with us, you will have no such problem. The fellow goes. Then we say, oh, how can he be taken away from us? Hey, you won't give him the equal opportunity, and you shall prevent him from getting some opportunity in other places. So what shall he do? Are you getting that point? You don't give him the equal opportunity. And if he is trying to get something or somebody promises, yes, it is a false promise. Because the fellow who promises him to give equal opportunity, he is interested in his number game. How many people are going to follow in this, be the follower of this particular cult or religion? They may be interested, but this person has a hope. Maybe if I go there, I will not be treated as the untouchable. He naturally goes away. So, if you want to prevent conversion, what should you do? Both ways you should do. Not only you should protest that somebody should not poach, but also provide the equal status like everybody else in the same society. But what we are trying to do? Go on blaming the outsiders. Inside, fix your own house. Think. Everybody demands, oh, these religious people are tortured, or these, the indigenous people they destroyed, the aborigines they destroyed, so everybody must ask for forgiveness. Don't you think in high time in India, where the people, those who consider themselves high caste, to ask for forgiveness from the people to whom they have ill-treated for generations? Where are they? Where are they? Understand? The system as it is revealed in Upanishads, Vedas, it is never practiced now. That is why those days, if you think of it, if you look at it, what type of names they have given? Think. Who has written this? Who is talking about this? And Gita written by whom? Mahabharata written by Vyasa. Right? Who is the teacher in Bhagavad Gita? Krishna. To whom is teaching? Arjuna. Not Krishna Yadav, Arjuna Rao, Vyasa Pandit. Is it so? Just a name. Duryodhana, Dusasana, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Rama, Lakshman, Hanuman, Jambavan. Just names. Have you seen one caste mark anywhere, caste name? But today, so and so, Vedi, Dvivedi, Trivedi, Chaturvedi, Panchavedi. No Panchama Veda. Anyway, they call it Mahabharata as Panchama Veda, but nobody calls it Panchama Vedi. Okay? Dalits, Ayers, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Singh, caste marks. So they will deliberately ask you the name. What is your name? Suppose you say Ramkumar. Ramkumar what? Why? Because he wants to fix you. Which caste you belong. Should go. So sadhu means what? Just a Swami, a name. Vasishtha, Yajnavalkya, Parasara. Have they got Parasara? What? Nothing, just names. Names given to you. Understand? This is not today's revolution against a caste system, that is why it is happening. No. These caste names were not given in the ancient time. That is why in today's world, when you see people, understand? That is why in today's world, when you see people who are critical of a system without understanding it, or those who are following a system without understanding it, both are useless. Some political parties or reformists, they completely dismiss the caste thing. No. The way it has been revealed has a relevance. And the orthodoxy wants to keep up the system also is useless, because you cannot keep the system as it is available now. It is a mistake, it's a flaw. So it should be understood. And everybody. So somebody Shudra, so shall remain Shudra? No. From Shudra, go into Vaishya, then study Kshatriya, Brahmana. So ultimately, everybody should be Brahmajanaditi Brahmana. Having known yourself, then according to your disposition, sometimes you act in a different way. Which way? Act in a human way. You have, not that because you are a Brahmana, you should not do Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijya. No. You can do everything. You can do Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijya, Paricharyatmaka karma, serving everybody, or the Saurya Virya, anything. But basically be yourself. Where there is Sama, Dhamma, Tapa, everybody must be aware of himself first. Then what you have to do? Be yourself. Then, according to the gunas, according to the situation, do your karma. You are gunebhyascha param vetti matsanstam adhigacchati. One who knows that is beyond the gunas becomes one with the reality, one with himself, and then automatically becomes one with himself, gunebhyascha param. And then the person becomes one with the reality and live with every type of gunas. Okay? So, please see, that is why there is nobody who is a Brahmana or Vaishya or Kshatriya or Shudra, but each person understands about himself who he is, and then different roles are you can play. So it is not a caste system as such. Okay? Understand the point. Very clearly this has to be understood. And then, when you do that, is it good or bad? Everything is nice. But you don't get stuck up in one mood. Know it to be with yourself. How it will be, that whether you are a Brahmana or a Vaishya or Kshatriya or Shudra in disposition, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, using that disposition, you can be with yourself. And nothing prevents you from being with yourself. That is why everybody has a hope. Because you are the truth. What is the question? Having a hope, you are the hope itself, the truth itself. Okay? Now close your eyes, please.